My name is Paul, and this is Alycia, and we are the owners of American Meltdown. I think in 2008, when the financial crisis hit, we both lost jobs at around the same time up in Manhattan, and I was just like, let's get out of here. Let's do something new. Let's figure out how we can launch our own business, because we had been at the whim of business owners. Somebody else. She walks in one day, and all of a sudden the magazine doesn't exist anymore. I walk into work one day, and the guy decides to throw me around at different places and then just cut me for no apparent reason. She makes fun of me all the time, because we get that question a lot, because people walk up to the truck and they don't know what a melt is. You don't see patty melts on menus anymore. It's really just the best grilled cheese you've ever had. And I'll repeat that a lot, but that's what we're going for. It is the absolute best grilled cheese, the toastiest, crispiest bread, some of the best cheeses, local or otherwise, with really fun ingredients.
And new flavor combinations, introducing people to stuff that they normally wouldn't try at home. We want this to be something that people can't really make at home or don't want to make the effort to make at home.
We'll give our tagline as bread, cheese, and gusto.
Yeah.
Social media's role in our business is, I want to say it's like the life force, but it's not. The food and the team behind the truck is really the life force, but it's pretty close. It's the hemoglobin delivering the oxygen to the blood. It's one of those things where we wouldn't exist with the type of success we've had. In the same capacity, we wouldn't have caught on as quickly. The brand wouldn't have been lifted up as high. We wouldn't have the reputation we have now without the internet, without Twitter, without Facebook.
I think that's what is sort of the building block for a small business, is being able to touch the community and reach out to our customer in such a, I don't want to say tactile way, but in such a direct way. It's being able to make those connections with the community has been really huge for us. We wouldn't have been able to reach as many people as quickly as we did without social media. It just there's no other way.
I think it took people a while to trust us, that whole thing, to share kind of the building up to the success story. We definitely sat on street corners for a while with nobody coming, and people looking at the sandwiches and not quite understanding the combinations. But once they had that initial bite and that initial hey, I'm going to check them out, it started to build pretty quickly, really through word of mouth and social media.
We sampled it quite a bit. Here, try this. It's tasty. I think you'll like it. And I think the speck in the sandwich makes people ask questions, which is great. We talked at one point about putting on the menu, speck is like a but he was like, I really like it when people ask questions. It gets the conversation going. It gets you talking to the community. And I think that's really important. And I think it was a perfect idea. I'm glad we didn't.
I think there's always that point as an entrepreneur where you're so terrified about what you're about to launch into, because there's a lot at stake. There's a lot of money. You're gonna get terrified at some moment, and if you don't, there's something wrong with you, because you're not taking into account all the things that really could happen. And at that moment where you're so terrified, and to just kind of take a step back, go to a yoga class, go for a run real quick, or just sit in a corner quiet for a minute and just be like, I can do this. I don't know. I think every entrepreneur comes to that point where it's easy to be just paralyzed by the fear, or you just tuck it away into a corner and you just keep going. And I think there's that, you have to have that mentality. So, you just kind of persevere on,
Keep going.
Keep going.